to the live thing. All right.
Ready?
Yep.
Cool. So I figure since we're in the GJ trade, might as well kick off with that.
Yeah.
Just looking at how the daily candle. Let me take off drawings real quick. Look at how yesterday's daily candle closed kind of at resistance, leaving that upper wick. Now we're breaking through that point. Looks like we have some upside, but again, there's not a ton of momentum here, which was kind of expected because that's really following the pattern of what's going on. So it's just more of a patient buy than anything else. But in lower time frames, this is not bad. We broke out of our consolidation here. You know, this wick right here was a problem, and then we busted through that, so that's good. And we printed some nice bullish candles and a couple dojis on the 4-hour. So I'm thinking like we probably make like a minor little flag pattern here, and then probably print like another bullish candle to go up to these fib extension levels, which this level up here I'm thinking is probably the best place to take profit, like 151.9 or somewhere in there, at least to start taking profit, right? You could scale out from there to see if it wants to go higher, but I'll probably take some profit right just below 152.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out. Euro USD. Euro USD is still up below our level 119, 119.2 area. Like yesterday's daily candle was fairly bearish, which is great. And what was interesting, I saw that it hit like this fib target right here, right? Because we have our move here from low to high, and low to high, then our retracement move up to about 50%, and then we hit 61.8 extension pretty nicely. So that's nice. Pulling back towards like our resistance level here, like I'd be looking for sells, although this is a pretty nice bullish candle on the 4-hour here at 1 a.m. But I'll still have a bearish bias for right now as long as we stay underneath.
Yeah, look at the previous wave. It had a similar candle and still dropped. No, the other one. If you put it on the 4-hour.
Oh, you mean here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It's very similar.
So getting down to it, like lower time frames on an hourly chart, we're gonna have some like resistance like right in there, like that whole zone. So probably sell signals from that point should be entertained. More of an intraday kind of entry, but
yeah.
Again, I'm thinking Euro USD probably runs the range all the way back down here to 117. So I think it'll be worth it. Risk to reward is pretty good. But like I'm thinking, right? Okay, could this be considered like a breakout since we're breaking this support here. Based on yesterday's candle, we clearly broke it, even though like it looks like we're retesting now. So
On the
like,
daily.
right.
Yeah.
So a trade could be like something like, okay, to targets about there, but then I don't know, like I wouldn't put my stop loss this far, although that is the most recent high.
It seems
But
kind of.
seems pretty far. But maybe I don't know, something like that. But that's this stop loss isn't really based on anything except for the fact that it's far away.
The moving average.
Perhaps that, yeah.
Fuck.
Getting sick, man?
I hope not. I don't got
But
time to
yeah.
be sick.
I feel you. But yeah, like maybe I think a situation like that makes some sense. As far as getting the exact entry, I mean, actually, I think even a stop loss like even like here is fine. Because we should not pull back that far. If we do, then this trade's invalid. If we start taking out all of this, then to me the trade is invalidated, and the level resistance level definitely would have got violated. But
Yeah.
let me see how that looks on the daily chart. That's almost 3-1. So R is definitely there. But then again, like a situation like this could happen still, right? Where okay, today's candle could be bullish, and tomorrow's candle could be bullish, and then possibly like even the next day's candle could probably shoot a wick up here, wipe you, and then keep going. It's possible.
Yeah.
So like
That's why I'd rather wait for the actual retest. You know, like seeing that, like it happened in the previous wave, basically seeing those candles
yeah,
starting to weaken or something, and then it start going bearish versus just
entering now. It's possible that may not happen though. It's possible.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. It's tough to call.
But I mean, either way, I think it'll probably be best. Like, what do you think about like, okay, identifying like some kind of intraday setup? So executing the short like on intraday, and then setting your stop based on higher time frames.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I like that. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was trying to find a way to like an entry on the smaller time frames.
Yeah, like on the hourly, like we made some kind of resistance here, previous support, kind of rejecting it. It could be here and now. Especially if we come back up, make some kind of lower high, then shoot back.
You know what I would like to see? I would like to see the hour. I like to see the break back through the 20 moving average.
On what time frame?
On that one, what is that? An hour.
Oh, so you want to see it come back down here?
It doesn't have to come down because necessarily. It just depends on what happens, because it could in let's say at 3 hours, it could if 3 candles stay up there, then the moving average is going to move up, and then all it has to do is push through it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I think waiting for that break, and then of course it has to be like a bearish candle. It can be like a good bearish candle. Because another thing I was look at what happened in the previous wave. It was a bunch of freaking little tiny candles. But no, but stay on the 1 hour though. If you look at, we'll try to look for an entry on the 1 hour in the previous pullback, right? You have all these little tiny candles. You have some bullish candles and some tiny candles that pull the moving average back up, and then you have one candle broke below it, and then since that happened, it dropped.
You talking about right here? Where my mouse is?
No, the previous one, the previous wave, actual higher high. I mean,
You mean up here?
lower high. Yeah, that one right there.
Okay. Yeah.
You have the green. It's because you see, I started talking about like a similar situation there. You bounce from support, some bullish momentum, hits resistance, starts slowing down, then one candle moves just past the moving average, and it drops from there.
Gotcha.
And it's kind of starting to look similar, at least right now.
Yeah, it is.
So that's what I was thinking,
this
or
could be
even like, well, that candle, but then you have another retest, which is a bigger candle, which could even be like a stacking up or something. You see that middle bullish candle
here?
No, further to the right, the big one.
Big bullish candle?
I mean, sorry, bearish candle.
Oh, this?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
like entering from the previous one that I said, the bearish candle, and then that could be a stacking up there. You know, those would have been good entries.
Yeah, that's
Like the moving average bounce plays. When I used it, it worked well.
Yeah.
But here, looking at the bigger picture, I think it could be a good way. I mean, following the 1, 2, 3 thing, this could technically go back up to 2, right?
Technically it could, yeah. Could go all the way back here.
Which is what I'm saying. Like, I'd rather wait for something to happen that is signaling, okay, no, it's gonna keep dropping, versus right now it's like, yeah, lingering there.
See what you mean. So let's say like on the 1 hour, like if it continues to push down here, breaks below moving average and everything like that. If we break below the MA here, what would you say, like
An entry,
so entry somewhere down here?
but placing the stop loss like a swing trade.
So where'd you put it exactly?
Okay, I'll put it where you were saying earlier. Let's see, maybe 1.196. That's maybe too far. 695.
And 5, about 90, damn, that's 100 pips. Yeah, so about 100 pips.
And then how much would that
Reward?
what would be the fucking computer, man?
That's still about 2R.
No, it doesn't have to be that far. I mean, I think above. No, I think 1952 will be the place. Anything below that, so it'll basically be above these, those wicks right there.
I see what you mean.
I think anything above that is just like overkill. There's no point going higher than that, right? Like it's
because by that point you're way wrong about your trade. So
you entered too early, or
at least your entry was, or your entry was just bad.
Hmm. Let's see what the weekly is saying.
Bearish.
Yo, this stupid thing. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna try to fix this thing. Keeps-
You need some more cereal.
Tell AJ.
Hold on.
Mhm.
Uh-oh. That's weird. Hello?
Yeah.
Move my computer and it's not making this weird ass noise.
Hmm. Yeah, I think what we laid out would be a decent situation if it happens like that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so I'll definitely watch this. Keep an eye on EU here in the intraday. Let's see what's up. All right, let's keep it moving. Gold. Gold is interesting. Here on the 4-hour, it's been making this like channel, right? And I know we hit major support here at 1680. We're also hitting like the top of the channel and a resistance right now. So I'm kind of looking for the bounce back down and the retest of the support level. But I also understand that it doesn't necessarily have to do that. Like we can push right through this and break out. So I kind of got my eyes on both situations to see what's what.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. The whole dollar being strong though.
Get out, please, Zay. No, tell her.
It's breaking the trend line. I like that.
Yeah, hitting support here is pretty nice. Hit it beautifully. Today's daily candle so far is kind of like a bullish engulfing candle, more or less.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if that were to continue and break more resistances, then yeah, that's making a case for the bullish situation.
Even like an intraday, or it doesn't even, I mean, not even an intraday. It could be like a couple days, but I think it probably will go back to the top of the range. Because technically it's on a range. It's at the bottom of the range, and then the range will be what, 1760?
1780, 1760. Yeah.
So you have the same, you see that, I think like on the 4 hour, something like that, if it breaks the resistance you have,
Yeah.
maybe it could be a thing where it'll go up to the range.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. If it breaks that resistance there, that's a lot of confluence because it'll be breaking this trend line, bouncing off support, breaking a resistance. I mean, that's a lot of bullish factors there.
Yeah.
Um, but right now, it's at a pretty key point. Like it could either break or bounce. I'll
Yeah.
be kind of interested in both because hitting off this trend line has been very nice so far. But man, should have been in gold from up here. Yeah, this this break of support here was great. Only thing you had to worry about was this support here. And once we blew through that, it was smooth sailing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that I think just like Euro USD, it's kind of something to keep an eye on intraday.
Yep. Put my
Get the right
alerts in
signal.
both directions. See what happens.
This is cool right here. We hit resistance, bearish engulfing candle off of it. Yeah, I want to keep an eye on what happens here on the hour. That'll definitely set up a bigger trade. All right, so that's that.
I mean, but did you really see this breaking 1680 though?
Man, I mean, it's been
That
so
would be
bearish. Maybe it will. If it does, though, I mean, it'll drop pretty harshly, I'm thinking. But it definitely could. But I'm thinking, like, there's a lot of bullish signs here because, like, you know, we're hitting like this lower boundary of the channel here on like a bigger scale, right? So that's one thing. Also hitting 1680 support, that's another thing. Printing a bullish engulfing candle already, although the day hasn't closed yet, so you can't really count that yet. But if we start breaking more resistances, then yeah, it'll be a pretty compelling bullish scenario here. For
now
this thing to keep
now
going.
this situation, I'm thinking if we see a strong bullish candle break, close up above the previous high, so above the candles there, and then I think it could be a sign for an entry. However, placing stop loss.
Can be complicated.
No. I don't have enough in my account to do that.
That's complicated.
That shit's way down there. I was gonna say putting the stop loss below, but
Below the low?
yeah.
1680? Oh yeah. Let me see. How many pips does that look like?
4,000.
4,000?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. So give or take 4,000 pips. That's I could do it, but yeah, I could do it. I'm not sure if I would place my stop loss quite that low though.
But that would be the place that would make more sense. I mean, thinking about it, because this could easily break above it and then come back down in the area, linger around, and then keep going up.
Right. My whole thing would be my whole trade will be based on today's daily candle.
Really, same thing though. If it's based on the, what do you mean based? But if it is,
So-
that's what I'm saying. If it's based on the daily candle, if you're gonna say okay, because the daily candle was an engulfing candle after support, then your stop loss would be below that daily candle, which is gonna give you
Yeah,
the 3,000-4,000 pips.
I get what you mean, but Okay, if we retrace the entire daily candle, then okay, like your trade is pretty much invalid, like a long time ago, once we started doing that. Like to me, if we retrace even more than 50% of this daily candle, like once we start breaking resistances, the whole point of me taking the trade is because okay, we broke a resistance and that gave me the extra confirmation that I was looking for.
Right.
And then yeah, like you want to manage it based on higher time frame structures. So if we break this resistance and then we come back down and shoot back through it and then retrace all the way back down here, to me the trade was invalid probably since we broke back through the resistance that we broke previously. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I wouldn't, not to say that I would place my stop loss right there because you could easily get faked out in a situation like that. But I wouldn't, at the same time though, I wouldn't place it all the way down here though. Still,
Right. Right.
probably
No.
be
Yeah. I agree. Maybe below that candle right there, but even then, it's still far, pips wise.
what is that? 25. That's a lot more doable.
Well, depending on where it ends up, you end up taking,
Yeah,
right? So,
yeah, depending on your entry.
but yeah, 2024, it is doable.
Yeah, I gotta watch this more closely, but
No, we won't be able to take this on RT though.
yeah, we can't do this. But still, it's
That
good to mark
sucks.
it up. That account's not ready for that yet. We'll get it there though.
Hmm.
All right, so yeah, that's another one like gold and EU. Gotta watch those pretty closely intraday. J. This UJ chart is better. Hold on. So I'm thinking like UJ looking at the daily, the next area I'll be concerned about as far as the resistance goes is about there, which is 109.5.
Yeah, I got 110 just because I probably rounded up, but
Yeah, like anywhere in that zone from 109 to 110 probably will be a concern. I see that UJ just hit 109, kind of backed off a little bit. Um, I was in a UJ trade yesterday, by the way. Scalp.
oh, you
It
are?
worked out. Yeah, this worked out pretty good. Yeah, this one.
Yeah, UG's been super hella bullish.
For sure. Recently, we've made a nice drive down, right? So what I'm thinking, well, intraday,
You know,
we've made a nice drive down from 109, which is interesting because, like I said, anywhere from, go back to the daily real quick, anywhere from 109 to 110, that whole area is going to be like a zone of resistance, right?
yeah.
So, like there, yeah, which is 109, which we just hit that. And then, of course, 110 is here. So all of that, dark choppiness in there, possible resistances. But anyway, I think a decent setup will probably look something like this, or like since we made this nice drive down, I would definitely like to see this get wiped out. And I think if we push through this level here,
Hmm.
we could possibly go and wipe this out and keep going.
Yeah.
So I think that's another decent looking intraday setup if it were to happen. Or like we could just bounce down and then continue to confirm this bearish move. Like this will be just a pullback and then we continue
To get that
downwards.
finally get that pullback this thing needs.
Possibly, yeah. If it happens,
I would like to see it fall below that blue line that you got.
here,
Yeah. To start thinking about bullish. I mean bearish since it's been so bullish.
this is that long-term trend line.
Oh, it's not a that was a what? It
Yeah,
looks like it was horizontal.
no, this is a long-term trend line.
Well, I have a 108 that's support, major support.
108 support, yeah, we broke through that pretty nicely. So that'll be a
So
good target for initial target for
on the intraday, there's a little it's a resistance, right? Take like a little resistance.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about a bounce from the moving average in the 1 hour? If it closes above it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, if we push above it, because we'll be pushing through like this little pivot point right here,
Yeah.
and then also closing back above the moving average. And then it looks like for sure there'll be nothing in the way. So it looks like we'll easily run back up here at least, and then possibly keep going.
Yeah. I wonder what average is that the 20
20 EMA.
huh. I don't know, your chart just looks different, like where the candle is versus the moving average. It looks slightly different. Like just
Are you
wonder why
running
that is.
FXEM server?
Yeah. FXCM, 20 EMA. Like my candle right now, my hourly candle opened below the moving average. Yours open at the moving average.
Yeah.
That's not what I have at all. That was
Price action looks the same, but your moving averages looks slightly different.
maybe there's something on the moving average.
Let me show you my MA settings here.
Yeah. Ah, there it is. Offset. I have a 5 offset.
Oh, why?
Huh?
Why?
I don't know. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, that'll definitely throw you off.
That's so weird. Whatever. Okay, now it looks just like yours.
Yeah, cool.
So this one is moving above the moving average. Is at the resistance. So if it closes above the resistance, that could be an intraday trade.
For sure.
I think I'll take it. But even though this thing is super extended, but that's what we've been saying, like you're saying yesterday.
And I was like, man, that's a good setup.
You
Like,
took it?
I was this close.
I saw the same. It's the same. I saw the same thing, and then I checked what's the other one? Ethereum, I think it is. It looks the same thing.
Yeah.
And then I checked also Litecoin, I think.
Resistance point, like right there. If we clear that, then yeah, like the next stop is pretty much the highs. So it looks like a pretty clear-cut trade.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to look at dollar index really quick, just to see what indications that was giving, because the dollar index was running pretty bullish, and we kind of hit a resistance here, and we're getting a reaction. So it's kind of continue up, or we're gonna continue dropping down. If dollar index continues to drop down, then I wouldn't be that confident in this UJ situation.
And the
the
UJ.
Where we've been running up, now we got to crash down or pushing back up. We're hitting like, some kind of resistance area in there.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
All right. But yeah, still, that's a decent trade. Unless it is the 1 hour chart, so the 4 hour can completely fake you out. Who knows? Unless the 4 hour also closes above there, which would be better confirmation.
I don't like how the 4 hours so far from the moving average.
It's kind of been that way though. The 4 hour hasn't really interacted with the moving average since like 105.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. But we have to try to take advantage of this wave.
This is the first time on the hourly though that we've significantly dipped below the moving average. Like here we did it slightly, but I'm not sure if you even want to count that. But we haven't dipped below the MA all the way since like early
105.
105. So that's showing some kind of weakness right here. Let's see what happens.
It's a pretty bearish.
Bearish, you say?
That
Or
one, yeah.
bullish?
No, bearish. That golden candle there. Like
Oh yeah,
looking at all the other price action,
hasn't done that.
there hasn't been a candle that big since this crazy bullish momentum.
But
So this
I
technically
mean-
will be the biggest 4 hour candle there's been in this trend, which is, I think there's something to think about too.
for sure, it's already retraced 50% of that though.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
let's see.
Yeah, let's see. AU.
EU.
AU. Oh, like yesterday, this actually hit my alert. I reset the alert because I wanted to see if we could start moving below the wick, and I was gonna definitely set up that trade in RT. But as I was looking at it, it started reversing back up. So I'm like, all right, let me pause on that, which was a good call because we started pushing back up.
Yeah, but I like how it's at resistance.
Right now.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
holding. I like that. That could be a no, because this could easily turn around.
Could flip.
Yeah,
Everything's kind of at that point where it could go this way, it could go that way.
yeah,
Like
yep. True, true.
tough to make the right call. Looking at the daily on AU, yeah, we hit support lips, then oh man, I'll aggressively sell if the daily flips.
Yeah,
But I would cautiously. So with the right sell signal, I'll be aggressive, but with the right buy signal, I'll be conservative. Put it like that.
but with the but here right now where it is, it never created a lower high. Wait, what? Yeah, a
Yeah,
lower high.
Right
Huh?
here. We're
No, I'm
in what
talking about
context, I
I'm
mean?
talking about like if you look at the pattern, I wouldn't say that's a lower high really.
You wouldn't say this is a lower high?
It hasn't broken. It hasn't that right there. That
Yeah, that's a low point.
that will be a lower high when it going up.
Well, here, higher low here.
A high. There you go. Higher low, and then
Right.
we have the higher high. This
Right.
could be the new higher low, and then it keeps going.
Possible, but like, okay, if you have a good uptrend, right? Like,
It's been uptrend. Look at that.
yeah, this is a great uptrend. What I'm saying is, recently, like, I don't think your lows should be quite this close together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For this low was from the previous low. I mean, it's not even close.
Yeah.
Depending on what you want to. That's a good distance.
It's definitely down there, like far south.
down here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we made a high here, low there, and then high there. And we
Yeah.
put all the way back to this low. It's kind of suspicious to me that we'll get that close
Yeah. No, it's true.
in a strong uptrend.
It's true. And the way I have it, this thing broke my channel yesterday. So, mm, not in the pretty way, but it broke the channel, broke the trend, well, channel. And this thing broke out of it.
I think
I have a channel
that
all the way from the lowest low for this thing.
all the way from the bottoms here.
All the way, all the way. There you go. All the way from the bottom.
So like that uptrend line like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say that, but
Oh, I use the channel tool because
the reversal channel. So gotcha.
no, not the reverse. I used to use the reversal, but then I noticed this other one called a parallel channel, which is cool because it gives you the middle line of the channel and then it duplicates it perfectly and stuff.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Where is it? Yeah, but I know what you mean. Yeah,
It's on
here I think that the key is this right here. Because 80 was strong resistance. Oh, this is a better label chart with AU over here.
Hold on, give me a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Man, Lumen, bro. I shouldn't. That was a good one.
But yeah, on AU, right? Like looking at the weekly, that hit off like this major level up here,
Yeah.
major resistance point, right?
Yeah.
Of course, you see what this candle is. And then last week's candle, which did this, tried to push back up and then like left the massive rejection. So we're getting like a lot of rejection here, some selling pressure going on, right? On the
Yeah.
daily candle pullback, so like to me, like this pullback is creating that key lower high in like a down sequence, right? Where you have like a 1, 2, 3 kind of thing. in the bearish situation because, like, on a larger scale, this is starting to take effect to me,
Yeah. Yeah, that
right?
makes sense. I agree.
Whereas, like, as far as the bullish situation, yeah, maybe it could reverse back, but I'll be more conservative and more careful in approaching that situation.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Um,
Those
but yeah,
top-down analysis are key, man.
for sure. But yeah, if AU breaks the lows, or even before then, like if AU gives any kind of good sell signal from up here, then it's just like the EU situation, the gold situation, the UJ situation, it's kind of all the same right now. But like any good intraday sell signal, right, or any good intraday signal right now will.
Yeah.
So, but I'm kind of leaning bearish there. So we'll see. I set up just waiting on it because this one's
Me
pretty
too.
clean.
I have the P&L though too.
Yeah.
Where? Let me see something. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. 100 pips. Jesus.
For the stop, yeah, it's about 100 pips, but targets could be, I mean, way down here, like 2 to 1. Stops would be like there, yeah, 100. That's pretty crazy to think about, 100 pip stop on NU, because typically NU doesn't. Yeah, that situation's clean. Yeah, so that's the same setup. And then I
What
think
do you
like,
think? What do you think? Go back to NU for quick. What do you think here in NU bounce like try to get a better entry, basically trying to get a better entry to not be so crazy with the pips? What do you think about a bounce from the moving average on the 4 hour, which is where it is right now? The last time that it was on the 4 hour, the moving average, and it bounced from it, it dropped.
so what would that look like? Like, let's say if the 4 hour candle closes just how it is now, would you do that? Or would you wait on a bigger candle or something like that?
I don't like how it is right now, so I don't want to say right now. I'm hoping that, let's say if the right now candle takes out its wick, so it fills up that its own wick, I think I would, yeah.
Well, I think you could look at it like this, where, okay, to get like a primo entry, if you're aggressive, I guess you have to be aggressive, but like, yeah, like let's say you get your entry based on whatever 4 hour price action you're looking for off the moving average. You set your stop loss here above this resistance point.
Yeah.
If we start taking out that resistance point, then we'll probably just run the range back up.
Right.
So yeah, that's more aggressive, but sure. To get a better risk to reward, I think that's the only way you could do that.
But then again, thinking about it, how many pips we said? 100? Damn.
100.
I think we could do a little better than 100. Maybe it's not too maybe like 80 something, 80.
Yeah, like you could trim a little bit off it, but probably not too much.
It's still gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
Fuck it, still a swing trade. You know, that's the mental trick, right? Like you want a faster profit, a faster exit, all that stuff.
Yeah, you want less risk just because. Yeah.
But in reality, the swing setups, like higher time frame setups, are more predictable.
For sure. They're better probability.
Right.
But that's my thing too. Like since I mainly go for high probability setups. I don't mind going more aggressive on them, especially when I realize that, okay, this is a very, very likely situation to play out.
Right.
In those situations, I don't mind taking greater risk. That's what I try to do these days. I'm a bit more dynamic in my risk management where, um, depending, like for scalps, for example, I know like scalps, just because the nature of what it is, I take lower risk, right? Like I usually don't use the same kind of R I would on like a swing trade.
Right. That makes sense. I really like this NU setup, man.
Yeah, this is clean.
Have that shit closed. Sorry, not gonna happen in this 4 hour. Hopefully, the next 4 hour.
This is one a good example. I think this is a pretty good probability. Only thing that'll keep me away from going like pretty hard on this is the fact that it's coming off of its uptrend, right? So I kind of have to give that some kind of respect
Yeah.
because in that aspect it is somewhat of a reversal. But if it was like a trend continuation kind of thing, then I'd be pretty aggressive with this play.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's the list. Yeah, that's the whole list. So Tony got 845. Um, I may have had some couple other setups elsewhere. Let me see. I was looking at GU. This is kind of like an intraday kind of thing, but if GU breaks this level, then I think that'll be a good one to run up to here to 140 area. That'll also be good for a GJ trade if GU were to do that.
Right.
So if GU breaks 139, then I'll probably take that trade personally.
You know which one looks really good right now? I'm looking. NU. I mean NY.
Oh yeah, I was getting there too. This EG is working out. Um,
EJ.
EJ too. I mean, it kind of has like this is a really nice consolidation. I know something good is going to come out of that.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing as AJ and NJ.
Yeah, GJ. Yeah, it's doing its thing.
But I think NJ has a more range. That's why I like it the most. And then
Yeah,
AJ is kind of screwed us over, so I'm kind of like hesitant with AJ.
yeah. Same thing here with AJ. Like AJ just faked this out right there with that wick, but it's still a good setup. I'll say like as long as the 4 hour close is bullish, then it's still a good setup. It's the same setup as we had last week.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
But it's probably even better now because it's been consolidating for that much longer.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
I
but
agree.
NJ is going to be the same thing, right? Like, yeah, this is what you're talking about, right?
Yep.
So if it breaks up to like 78, if it breaks 78, then we should probably run to 79,
Yeah.
top of the
Exactly.
range.
And that's some room right there for some
Set that
profits.
alert, actually. Yeah, it's decent risk to reward depending on how the breakout looks.
Yeah, because that shit could go and just fly in one candle and
Could, yeah. But usually that's a news thing, and I don't see anything like that on the radar. So,
yeah. Even on the 1 hour, 2 hour, 2 hour. Yeah, I like this one. Alert setup.
still watching this CHF JPY, but I don't think it's going to happen right now. but I like this.
CHF, JP1.
Just because that 1.6, what is that, 118 level that it's coming off of is so good. So much potential here.
Wait, let me see. Oh, you're looking at the daily. I wonder.
Yeah, daily, weekly. This is a long-term situation, but
Yeah, I see it.
yeah, that's really good.
Also a reversal though.
Yeah, for the nature of what it is, it's like a bounce off resistance, pretty much reversal.
You see, weekly. Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Did any more scanning for more options yesterday?
Yeah, I did, and I haven't found anything. Like, I think I sent them to you. I don't know if that was yesterday. But nothing like wow. Oh, Under Armour was one that I think I sent to you. Did I send you Under Armour?
I think you did, yeah. UA, right? Yeah.
UA, yeah.
Bitcoin is doing good.
It
Should
is.
have took the damn trade. I gotta trust myself more. That's an issue.
Yeah, you should. I thought you, because I saw the Discord, and I thought you took it.
I was literally about to click the button, bro. But I was like, oh, I'm about to go to sleep. I was literally about to click the button.
Yeah, I should have clicked the button.
It's just I've never taken a leveraged Bitcoin trade before, so that was kind of weighing on me.
Right.
But yeah, that's looking great.
Oh, you know what's check out HRB.
Which one? HRB?
H&R Block.
Oh, HR block. Yeah.
Oops.
That wick is an issue. This whole wick.
Yeah. The wick. Damn wick.
Yeah, that wick sucks. If we can clear the wick, then sure.
It's a big ass wick. I wonder if there was like, there's nothing. There's no. I wonder what that was. It was a huge move in one day.
Yeah, if we can clear that wick, it's not bad.
Check out Litecoin.
OTC.
I have an alert set up here.
Yeah, it's just like Bitcoin. Yeah.
But I feel like Bitcoin already happened. So here it's like there's a chance of still catching something.
Or Bitcoin is moving faster, however you want to look at it. But yeah, this is here too. And then yeah, you're right. Like the setup hasn't gone yet. So
Yeah. I'll have an alert there. See what happens. I noticed there is a lot of ETFs, um, that had the same pattern. So like they all move the same. They're all resistance. So I put alerts on a couple. I don't know how I feel about trading ETFs, but I think these are ETFs. Yeah,
ETFs are very much tradable. It's just that with those, you can't expect large moves.
No, I'm sorry, not ETFs. This is shit. REIT.
Crypto?
A REIT.
Oh, REITs.
Yeah,
Which REITs?
a traded REIT. So, for example, RLJ. RLJ.
This is a REIT?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. It's a traded REIT.
Why is this freezing? What's going on? Okay. Yeah, this is a REIT.
And they
That's a really
all
good consolidation there at resistance. Moves above that, and sure, we could probably go test 18.
and a lot of them have the same type of pattern. So I guess real estate is doing good for some reason right now.
Is this liquid? How many shares we talking? Oh, this is not liquid though, bro. Hold on, let me see something.
Well, I haven't even looked if there's options for this shit.
I guess it's liquid enough. Yeah, it's liquid enough. It does 1 million shares.
It what?
It does. I'm not sure what the average volume is, but it looks like it does around 1 million shares. So
yeah, I mean it popped up on the thing when I put
over 1 million shares. Okay.
Yeah. And volume. So, but I'm checking if there's options because I didn't check. Let me see.
There should be because it's been around for a while and it's expensive enough. So definitely should be options on this.
Yeah, there is. Not a lot, but there is.
Well, they're in 250 increments, 15, 1750.
Pretty, yeah. 1750 is the next.
And then what, 20?
20.
Yeah. So yeah, like buying that 1750 call if it breaks this, and then riding into like 18.
All right, something. Oh, gold.
Hmm?
Gold went off on my thing and didn't even notify me. Fucking stupid ass.
Oh, it's breaking the level.
Hell of a engulfing candle.
Yeah, that's for sure. Got some resistance at 1720 above. This is also a 4-hour close on gold. So breaking the trend line, breaking a resistance. Man, that's kind of compelling. That 1720 resistance is minor though. It's like intraday.
Yeah.
So like, but it still needs to be respected. But The real area I'll be looking for is like 1750, 1740, somewhere up here.
Yeah, that's where I got my next level, 1740. I got 1740 and 1760.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
1760 being the stronger one.
And GJ's moving up nicely now.
Yep.
GJ's about to hit target 1 for me. Should be stacking onto this here.
The heck
Nice.
candle? Huh. I was thinking about the same, but
It's about to hit target 1. I think I have in the RT account. I have target 1 set up there too at that fib level.
yeah. What do you think about gold? Think it's worth taking it for the 4-hour closing like this? Right now, or
I think it's
waiting
worth
for
a
more?
shot. I think it's definitely worth a shot. Stop loss 1702. Yeah, it should not retrace that.
Stop loss, so below the candle, basically.
Yeah, if it retraces that, then invalid. Yeah, I think I'm going to be dealing with gold today for sure. Yeah, I know I should have stacked on the UJ earlier because I had a pretty strong feeling this is exactly what's going to happen. Not UJ, but GJ. I just moved my stop loss up a little bit and do the same thing in the RT account.
Yeah, I gotta adjust mine.
All right, so I'm going to move the stop losses just above break even in the RT account. I didn't set up any take profits yet. So what do you think about that? Right now, it's only up about half an hour anyway.
Mhm.
So we set our stop loss pretty far for this GJ trade.
So where you want to put it? I don't think you already thinking about break even.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah. I mean, you're up half an hour. You don't set your stop loss to break even?
It depends on the trade. I don't.
Because usually in that situation, I mean,
I
I'll
think.
pretty much forbid myself to accept a loss in that situation.
But how many times has it happened that it goes back down to retested it for the second time, and then you get taken out, and then it keeps going back up?
Once in a while. But the way I see it, like, since I'm going for momentum in my trades, like, you know, that's why I trade breakouts, then we shouldn't be getting those kind of pullbacks if we truly have momentum.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, putting it at break even here. Let me see from me because my entry was.
Because on a 1 hour chart, that's below break even is well below a low.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I'm moving my stop loss to break even. And you said it hit your target 1?
I thought I set up a target 1, but I didn't. I'm thinking maybe I should because that's fib level 1 right here, pretty much. But it'll probably just keep going.
Yeah, I think it will keep going.
I'm trying to see, like, does it make sense to even stack up here? I'm really trying to get better with doing that.
I was thinking about it if it would have gotten close to the moving average or something like that. That's looking for a moving average bounce. Here, it didn't do that, even though you have that engulfing candle. So I don't know. I don't even know how to.
Cause like pretty much what it'll look like is like this as far as new stack position, right? So enter here around current price. Stop loss is below the low, pretty much where our original entry point was. So if price were to pull back, then we'll break even on the initial trade, but lose on the stack. But if we were to go hit our targets, then we'll make an extra R.
Right. I hate that though, because if it goes back down, then you lose.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or you say just leave it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, just leave it alone. Yeah, just leave it alone. Like, because I understand GJ doesn't really have like a lot of momentum left in it. Like, it can't because it's so extended already, approaching resistances. So, yeah, in this situation, I guess it's probably better to be less aggressive as far as that's concerned.
Yeah.
If it was like down here, like in the middle of the range moving up, then sure, you can be more aggressive, stacking up and stuff like that. But
Yeah, I agree.
probably up here is probably not the best place to do it. So you're right.
Now this gold thing, 4 hour closed.
Gold, yeah.
But the close, it
So it's kind of
closed.
at resistance there. If you're looking at
Right.
the 15,
I was looking at the 4 hour. It closed at resistance. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it closed where? I don't know.
possibly pull back here. It looks like it's trying to push through though.
Set up another alert. I'm gonna try to enter this on the 1 hour, not on the 4 hour. So I'm gonna put another alert, see if it moves higher, see what happens here. Because I feel like it still pull back a little bit, and then
Yeah, it's possible.
I just don't like that it's at resist, right at the resistance. Because I was gonna try to take it on the 4 hour close, but I don't like that the 4 hour close is like a level.
Right. It's pushing though. Like it's resistance there, so it's so tough because I'm looking at the 15. I would like to take this intraday and then possibly, let it do its thing depending on how it behaves. But it's so hard for me to take a trade when I clearly see a resistance.
Yeah.
Dang. I'm gonna keep watching the 15. Maybe something shapes up, but probably not though. I'll probably just keep running.
Yeah, it's just probably gonna go. Go.
Yeah, I'll probably just keep running because this, especially at this hour of the day, it's like the perfect time for momentum. 9 o'clock. Stock market up in 30 minutes. US Open right now.
Yeah.
What's the rest of our stuff doing? UJ kind of backed off that resistance.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, I mean, it makes sense. Like, okay, UJ flips, UJ reverses on some level. Gold reverses bullish. AU and NU don't break. Oh, there's gold out of there. I think that 4-hour entry is not bad though. Based on a 4-hour chart, it makes a ton of sense. Breaking that level, it's gonna go to the next level.
Yeah.
Pretty likely that happens, but still, I'll wait on a super clean setup.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Check out Euro Australian dollar on higher time frames. 8-hour daily, something
I
like that.
haven't looked at that chart in a while. I think I completely wrote this chart off because of how it moved. Oh, it had some good moves though. But yeah, I automatically see what you mean. If this daily breaks this level without me even looking at intraday stuff, if we break this level, then we're clearly going to shoot back down to the lows or
Yeah.
just keep trending lower. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking.
That's not bad. Let me add this to the Forex watch list actually. Let me add that.
And that euro pound did exactly what we were thinking. Should have taken that trade.
Yeah, it did. We definitely should have taken that trade. On higher time frames, made sense. I think I was getting too caught up in the hourly because exactly what I was thinking on the hourly. Remember, like we were concerned, like, okay, it shoots down, it hits 86, it goes back up. That's
Right.
exactly what happened. But that's just the hourly though. Like on the daily, that's nothing. You know what I'm saying?
But when we took it, we would have been screwed though, because
No.
there
It would have
was
worked immediately.
no when we took it. Well, I mean, we were thinking about taking it.
Yeah.
That was back in when was it back in? Yeah, because it was that wick on the 4-hour, wasn't it?
No, remember, like we were thinking about taking it. What was the setup? Here. Remember that this was the setup, remember? This right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so we were thinking, okay, it breaks this. It breaks this. It comes back down here to 86. We hit off 86 and bounce up. Well, that's exactly what happened. Right. But
Right.
I mean, that's only looking at this 1-hour chart though. That's just kind of being short-sighted. Because looking at the daily chart, like, okay, same entry, set your stop loss properly, and that little move right there is hardly even a blip on the radar.
Oh, okay. But you're saying like setting it up way up there.
Yeah, like setting it up properly where your entry is there, stop loss is above the highs, and then your take profit is all the way down here. Of course, we're going to have to worry about this blue line right here as support. We'll see what happens when we get there, but this is what I'll be aiming for. Definitely should have took that trade. Risk to reward was pretty good too, like almost 3R.
Then you would have to wait for this whole zoom in a little bit on 4 hour or something.
Yeah.
All right. So you're saying you would have. Oh, you would have put. Damn, that's like way up there.
Yeah, but that's the right setup though.
No, I think you could do it. I think you could do it at the previous like half of that stop loss. I think it'll be. There's no
What here?
at the 686, 86.
86.
0.86, yeah. So a little, yeah, right there.
Oh, 0.86 is down here. You talking about for the stop loss?
Yeah, for a stop loss, 0.886.
0.86 is down here. That'll be in profit.
Oh no, my bad. 0.866.
0.866.
Yeah. So right about those
Oh,
candles
that'll be
right there.
tight.
How's that tight though? That's like crazy.
No,
That's
but
60 pips, 70
Yeah.
pips.
I get it, but it's not really about the pip count. Like it's just within the context of the chart, right? Because okay, like just saw like this wick right here pulled back to up here.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, this wick could have went crazy and went all the way up here.
Right.
So I mean, if you set your stop loss there, I mean, don't get me wrong, you could be aggressive and it works, but there's going to be situations where, okay, exactly what I'm talking about happens where like a wick like this comes out of nowhere and just wipes you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially since I'm looking at a bigger picture situation. Like I'm trying to get a target all the way down here.
Right.
You know, like you got to give it some wiggle room to get those.
Yeah, that's true.
If we were looking like strictly at an intraday trade, then sure, like that stop loss will make a ton of sense, like up there or something. But dang, that was a decent little trade though. Kind of had another entry on it here intraday. I didn't catch this, but that support that was created there, something like that, breaking below this.
Yeah. My other gold alert went off.
That thing's running out of control, huh?
No, not yet. I think there's still a chance to get in this.
Oh yeah, it's already at that intraday 1720 resistance point. We might back off a bit here. So
I just needed to go back to the previous area so I can get it.
man, I just need like the most like excellent setup on gold so I could just put 10 lots on it and call it a day. Like I've been waiting on that for a long time, and I'm sure I've missed a couple situations where we probably could have did that.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh man, in this situation, huge downtrend, consolidating, creating a nice support. Put a sell stop down here, and oh, you're doing the money dance.
Like Nexus opening. Closed. I'm not gonna lose it next though. Shit drops a little more and then I'm closing it.
Since NEX is tied to oil, like you gotta watch oil closely. See what's up with that.
Yeah.
Man, I'm pretty hungry.
Yeah, me too. So I got my alert set up, ready to go. Hopefully something triggers, something happens today.
Yeah, hopefully I just get like a super clean setup, man. Had some
Yeah.
decent ones, but I need an excellent one.
Yeah. This GJ is kind of struggling a little bit right now.
Gotta let that do its thing. It's a slow mover. Kind of double topped right there. As long as these lows stay intact, then it's chilling.
Yeah.
I got
Make
stop loss
sure.
just above break even at. Where's my other stop loss? It's 59 and 64. How come I only see one here? That's weird. So where's the other one?
Or do you have two stop losses?
Two positions, remember?
Oh, okay. That's right. You do the same thing with RT?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about in RT.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Let me switch mines up to here. Yeah. All right. Yeah, just let that do its thing.
Yeah. See what happens. All right, man. I'm gonna get to work.
For sure. Yeah, just keep an eye on this gold situation. See what we can do with it.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Have a good one, man.
Back.